Hello everybody, this is Kyle O here, and I wanted to do something a little bit different with this update. Well, it's not really an update, but more of sort of where my Disney pin collection is at these days. I haven't done a pin video since 2017, and for this video I actually wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to do a soft-spoken video, not necessarily ASMR because I don't have the proper equipment and setup for that. Like, I don't have a microphone that's really meant for ASMR, but I wanted to do something that's a little soft-spoken, something that's a little more soothing than usual. So I've been collecting Disney pins since my first ever Walt Disney World trip in 2004, and I really, I've just been big into collecting these pins, and I've done a couple of videos over the past 11 or so years. I did a video in 2010, and I've done some more in maybe 2016 and 2017. So without further ado, let's get started. I keep them all in this very nice suitcase. So one of my main missions is to get a pin representing each and every Disney animated feature from Snow White all the way up until now, Raya and the Last Dragon. So to start off, we've got a couple of Snow White pins, including Snow White herself and the sunflower, a couple of the 7 dwarves here. This grumpy one is great. This one of the Evil Queen is really nice too, like the sort of thorny aesthetic around her. And of course Pinocchio, Figaro, you know, a very an American Jiminy Cricket. Did I say Jiminy Cricket? Jiminy Cricket. Sorry, I haven't really done a soft-spoken video before. We also have some Fantasia pins. As you can see, Yen Sid is inside a Y there. That was part of an alphabet series. Disney Pin Trading often does these mystery packs, and they have hidden Mickeys on them, as you can see there. And when you open them, they have, like, you don't know what you're going to get. And sometimes there'll be pins that are part of a series, or pins that are part of some sort of collection. And I often trade for these pins and get some really nice ones in return. I think that's where I got the Yen Sid one from. So I have a Fantasia surfboard here. I think that's pretty neat. This Dumbo one is actually based on the ride itself. As you can see, 2 patrons there seated. We got Chernabog, once again, from Fantasia. It's a little disorganized, but I tried to go in chronological order here. Timothy from Dumbo. 2 Bambi ones. I also got Jose Carioca for both Saludos Amigos and the 3 Caballeros. I have him as kind of a stand-in for both movies, because I don't have any unique ones with 3 Caballeros, like any characters that appeared in just 3 Caballeros and not Saludos Amigos. We have a couple of Ichabod and Mr. Toad ones here, and a couple of Alice in Wonderland ones as well. I think these are all very nice, especially this Mad Hatter one. All the different moods of the Mad Hatter. A couple of good Peter Pan ones. This one's great. Smee! Lady and the Tramp, of course. Sleeping Beauty, just one from Sleeping Beauty. 101 Dalmatians. Alright, page 2. So we got 2 Sword in the Stone ones here. No Merlin, but still. 1 Mary Poppins pin. Even though Mary Poppins is not part of the animated features canon, I still have the character here because her film has a lot of animation in it. I'll reorganize this eventually. I think it's just a general Walt Disney Animation Studios page, because I've also included Bedknobs and Broomsticks and Pete's Dragon in here. But we're getting a little off track here, so here's some more Jungle Book ones. The Bananas move on that pen. Shere Khan one is great. Did I show you this Bagheera one? I believe this Marie pin, which I traded for a couple of trips ago, is from Disneyland Paris. It was sold there first. Another mystery letter pin, this time with Thomas O'Malley. Got your 2 Bedknobs and Broomsticks characters there. Actually 3. It's a little disorganized, like Owl should be before the Jungle Book characters because Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, the short film featurette, came out in 1966. That was a year before the Jungle Book. A couple of really good Robin Hood ones too, especially this one, Prince John and smashing Sir Prince John hitting Sir Hiss with the mallet, not the mallet, the mirror. Bernard and Bianca there. Of course, Elliot, Todd and Copper. This Black Cauldron one with a Gwythaint, I think I got that in a mystery pack, and I was so overjoyed to finally get a Black Cauldron pin in my collection, because there's not many of them around. They don't really make them on a regular basis. You see, getting a pin representing every Disney animated feature is kind of difficult, because there are some Disney animated features that have faded away into obscurity, or Disney just doesn't make merch or pins for them. So we got Great Mouse Detective and Oliver and Company. We've got a few good Little Mermaid ones here, too. Some of these were part of series, like here we got the new play, The Flute, and the Fluke is the Duke of Seoul. You got the Grotto, very nice. Sebastian in a Mickey hat. And this soda can was part of a mystery series, too. And I think I didn't trade any of the sodas, because I thought the idea was really, really neat. So, moving more into the Disney Renaissance, got one for Beauty and the Beast there, and it's the Beast himself. Got a couple of genies. Again, some of these were part of mystery series, and, you know, trading and whatnot. Sometimes when you trade with cast members, there'll be pins that are not facing you on their lanyards, and you kind of take a gamble when you say, yeah, I'll take that one, because you never know what you'll get. Lion King ones, the context of this Simba one is interesting. One of the blind pack series was Heroes and Villains, and in one circle is Simba looking like he's about to face off against Scar, and the other circle is Scar ready to face off against Simba. Now, obviously, I don't have that one. This was also part of a blind pack series, puzzle pieces of Lion King characters, and somebody got this one for me, and it happened to have Shenzi, a corner piece. Spot here for the day I get a Hunchback of Notre Dame pin, so Hercules. The Mulan parking space one is pretty fun. I had an Aladdin one. Did I trade it? Because I don't see it on here. I don't remember. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. And another one of the soda cans. Mushu Mash. Tarzan's 20th anniversary in 2019. That was my, so far, last Walt Disney World trip. Haven't been since. Two good ones for The Emperor's New Groove, and another Mystery Letter series one there with Yzma. And a couple of Lilo and Stitch pens. I like this sort of, it's not really 8-bit, but kind of like a stitched, embroidered maybe. This Brother Bear one from 2004 was one of the first pens I ever got. Yeah, as you can see, I don't have ones for Home on the Range, Chicken Little, and Meet the Robinsons, so we jump ahead to Bolt. I like the one with Rhino the hamster. It's actually a little bubble. Got Tiana here, and another Tiana. Got some Tangled ones, including some variations of Pascal here. Very nice. Some really nice Wreck-It Ralph pins as well. This one's very nice. I went to Disney in November of 2012, and it was like a week right after Wreck-It Ralph first opened, so they were still selling that pin. I was very happy to get my hands on it. These 8-bit ones are very nice, and this soda can as well. I wish those were real sodas. I'd taste them. I'd try them out. Elsa, Hero, and Baymax. This Zootopia one is pretty neat because it has the cityscape in the background. So yeah, it stops at Frozen 2 because I haven't been to Disney since. So no Raya pins. So now this is our Pixar page, starting with Toy Story, of course. And then Unfortunately, no A Bug's Life. I haven't gotten a Bug's Life pin yet because every time I go down there, there aren't any. They're not selling any. There's no event or anything. But one day. And you might be saying, well, why don't you order one off of eBay? But I don't really do that. I prefer to actually go down to the parks and get them instead of making it easy on myself. It's almost like a gamble every time I go down. It's like which ones will be available and which ones won't be. This one with Dory was one of the first pins I ever got too, back in 2004. Incredibles. Some of these were actually made for Incredibles 2. A couple of Cars ones. This one was for Cars 2, though. It's a very nice Remy pin. And, of course, I got a bunch of Wall-E pins. 4 of these came in a Wall-E pack. And this was for Wall-E's 10th anniversary. Back in 2018. A couple of really solid up ones, including this turning one here with Doug. Fun stuff. Toy Story 3 there. Cars 2. Moving on to Brave. I'm going to have a Monsters University pin here. Oh, accidentally took it out. So these pin pages I used corkboard. I'll show you very quickly. I put corkboard under them so that these pins would stay in place. This is a nice sort of pendant-like pin, although Don Carlton is missing from the Uzmas here, which I am not really fond of. This is another one where you can switch things. That's where the thing is. Okay, so you could switch between the different emotions in Riley's head. 2 for the Good Dinosaur. Those came together. Finding Dory ones are nice. Hank in this note talking one is rubberized. Cars 3, Coco. These are very nice. Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, and of course Luxor Jr. itself. They're in the Pixar logo. It's a great pin. Moving on from Pixar, we have miscellaneous Disney releases. Roger Rabbit pins, one for The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then Mickey Mouse and Friends. A lot of these were part of mystery sets. This Donald Duck one on the blue plane was one of my first as well. It was actually my first. It came with the lanyard that was given to me when I went down to Disney for the first time. Gotta have my horoscope there. Horse collar. That's Goofy from How to Ride a Horse, the segment of The Reluctant Dragon, later released as a standalone short. Oswald and Hortensia, 10th anniversary of the pin trading. This is the Paul Ruddish version of Daisy Duck as it appears on the Mickey Mouse show. I love those shorts, and I love the new ones that they've done too. I've only got Huey, but not Dewey and Louie. Some other miscellaneous Mickey and Friends stuff. Chip and Dale with Donald's mixtape. I can only imagine what is on Donald's mixtape. And we got Humphrey here. These are nice stopwatches. Oswald, Chip and Dale. Ugly Duckling from the Silly Symphony. These 2 pins were unreleased. They were actually given to me by cast members. The one on the right was given to me by a cast member who was very impressed with the collection I had, because back in those days, this was back in 2007, I was walking around the park wearing 2 lanyards stacked to the brim with pins, and he was so impressed that he gave it to me. And this one, I believe, was sort of a similar scenario. I got it outside of Pizzerizzo in Hollywood Studios. He says, do you want to do the mystery pin in the pizza box? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And sure enough, that's the one they gave to me. So these, I guess, were unreleased prototypes, maybe. These are 2 fantastic Walt ones. I especially like the one on the right in that it has the early version of Goofy when he was Dippy Dog, introduced in Mickey's Review. And, of course, the early versions of, well, I mean, not the early, but those versions of those characters from that period. Horse Collar, and Clarabelle Cow. And now we're onto the parks-themed pins. This one's nice, with the fireworks. Some Tink ones here. This Ride the Rails one is great, as is this one of the locomotive. Got 2 Mickey ears, one themed after Princess and the Frog, and one themed after Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. We've got some Pirates ones here, actually quite a lot of Pirates ones. I believe these nice frame ones use concept art that Mark Davis did when Pirates of the Caribbean was being worked on in the mid-60s, when it was being conceived. This Big Thunder Mountain Railroad pin, they move. Mickey and Friends, as does this Splash Mountain one. Really nice, really nice. Haunted Mansion, of course. I love this one with the Hatbox Ghost. More Mickey ears, Mad Tea Party, and It's a Small World After All. And Mickey's Fill Our Magic. That was part of a blind series, blind pack. More Parks themed pins. It's a Small World. This one moves too. Not much, but it moves. I like this combo of Empire Strikes Back's Space Slug with Pinocchio's Monstro the Whale, the Monstro. That's actually in Disneyland and not Disney World. Tomorrowland, of course. Space Mountain. Now we're moving on to the Epcot ones. I especially love the retro Epcot Center era ones, particularly these two right here. Love this one. Celebrating all the flags. This one's neat too because, you know, you could see all the flags of all the countries represented in Epcot. And of course I have to have Ireland and Italy because I myself am Irish and Italian. I don't sound it though. These are Zodiac ones. My Zodiac year is the year of the monkey, so, and I just coincidentally got it in a mystery pack. Again, the blind packs, you don't know what you're going to get out of like the 10 to 12 that are in there. And I was happy to get the year of the monkey with Abu there. I was born in the year of the monkey, and Aladdin came out the year I was born, so it's perfect, really. And my stepdad was born in the year of the tiger, so that's also perfect. I believe Soren moves. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it moves. Test Track Classic and Revised Test Track have one on top of the other there. Hollywood Studios, Alien Swirling Saucers, Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster, a macaroon, this random Nemo notebook. This pin, unfortunately, has seen better days. I have got to super glue it, but it's this really nice lenticular for the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Now we're on the final page here. Now we're on to Animal Kingdom. 2 in a mystery series there. Anandabor Yetis, Expedition Everest, and the dinosaur ride, the Carnotaur, is rubberized. This one's great for... Oh no, this one's kind of in the way. I can't really spin it. I don't want to clink them too much. But this one's another lenticular. This is for the 40th anniversary of Walt Disney World. The Polynesian Resort. These 2 nice Aloha ones here. Boardwalk. Boardwalk is one of my favorite resorts in Disney. We got the little orange bird here. This really nice Scrooge McDuck coin. Thanksgiving. This is one Thanksgiving I went down to Walt Disney World, Grand Floridian, which I stayed in for the first couple of trips. Well, not the first couple of them, but various trips, notably the first one. These 2 Star Wars Stitch ones are great. Tron Legacy. 2 Marvel ones, and 2 of which from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Those are some of my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. And we got 2 Star Wars ones that don't involve any of the Disney characters. One with Kara and one with the Mandalorian symbol. And lastly, a couple of, well, not a couple, but some big pins, buttons more like. This one was for Shanghai Disney Resort's opening in 2016. The rest are for Animal Kingdom's Wildlife Conservation Fund. Each year it's a different one, sometimes a different shape, sometimes a different color. Alright, so that is my Disney pin collection so far. Thanks for watching, everyone. This is Kyle O, signing off.